This is Hank from Free Podcast Tools, and I wanted to quickly share my thoughts on the Shure MV7i. Recently, Shure launched the MV7i Smart Microphone Plus interface. It retails for $349 US. In my personal opinion, this is an idea that I don't really see anyone asking for. How many times are we going to release a version of the MV7? We have the original MV7, we have the MV7X, we have the MV7 Plus, and now we have the MV7i. The first two iterations I can totally see because we got XLR only, and then we have the more modern USB-C connectivity. This one is lost on me. It just doesn't seem like a sensible device because why wouldn't you just make a refresh, an updated audio interface, and refresh the MVI audio interface? That interface has been discontinued, so I'm sure a refresh is en route, which makes me even question further why you would make this one. Because you can still use your software if you want to have the DSP software on there. And that new version of the MVI, you could make it cost as much as $170 because the current one is $99 or less, and have two channels on it. Pair it with a MV7X, and presto, you have dual input, and you keep the DSP processing. But even more practical, you could simply pair any competent audio interface with a good microphone, and you can come in at way under $349. To me, this falls under the category of product no one was asking for. It's giving me flashbacks to my childhood and the Sega CD. In the comments, tell me if I'm being petty, but there's one simple thing they could have done, and they would avoid all my disdain for this device. And that's simply not have an XLR input. Just have a 1/4 inch input. If you framed it like I was just going to be able to plug gear into it, I would be totally fine with this device. If that sounds too nitpicky to you, chime in the comments. But I would have less of a bone to pick with this device if that were a 1/4 inch line level input than you telling me, okay, you can daisy chain a microphone into this. It's just a use case I don't see. Now, a musical use case where you're going to plug in a 1/4 inch jack, I could see that. That would be somewhat interesting, compelling, but not useful for me because I'm not a musician. Also, is there latency when I plug a microphone into the back of this? I'm open to an honest discussion in the comments, but for me, I have no interest in this unit whatsoever. I totally understand when you have combo mics where they're USB and XLR. I think that's a good feature set, but this feature set of it being an actual interface and you plug in stuff through it, I simply don't find any interest or value in that personally. But chime in the comments. What do you think? For $349, could you come up with a better pairing and get the functionality that the MV7i offers? I know I could. As always, thank you.